Hi mamas, it's Crystal Pearl and I am currently 39 weeks pregnant, and I really just wanted to film some yoga videos to show you some movements that have really helped me throughout my pregnancy, and I'm so happy I'm able to do it before I pop. So these videos are super casual, really impromptu. I just wanted to show you what I do, and hopefully it helps relieve some of your pregnancy aches and pains as you go through this incredible journey. So for this, it's going to kind of be a little bit full body, which is nice, and we're going to start on all fours. So you're going to come onto your hands and your knees, and then you're just going to start to sway your hips side to side. So with your hands, you can either have palms facing down. If this doesn't feel good for you, if you're experiencing a little bit of carpal tunnel or swelling in the wrists, I encourage you to bring your hands into fists to keep the wrists straight. Or another option is to come all the way down onto your forearms. So we're just going to warm up a little bit by swaying the hips side to side, bring a little bit of movement through those hips. And then from here, you're just going to change the movement to circles. So you're just going to draw a circle. So imagining as if you have a pencil crayon coming out of your belly button, and you're just drawing circles on your mat. And as you go through this movement, I want you to notice, how does this feel through your wrists? How does it feel through your shoulders? How does it feel up and down your spine? And how does it feel through your hips? Through your knees? How's your breath? From here, just taking those circles the opposite direction. And just allowing yourself to get lost in these movements. I found personally, the beginning of my pregnancy, I was really up in my head a lot. I was overanalyzing, overthinking everything. And these movements have really helped me kind of get out of my head and get more into, how am I feeling? How is my body doing? And kind of tap into that intuition that we all have. From here, slowly come back to center, and then from here, pretend like you have a hula hoop around your waist, and you're just getting that hula hoop going. So different kind of circular motion. And this, I find, really helps relieve any tension in my back, the mid to low back especially. Just really kind of gets the blood flowing there and loosens it up. So with this, you can bend your elbows, you can make it really expressive, or they can just be small hula hoops. And then we'll take it the other direction. Again, taking these movements as slow or as fast as you like. And as you move, just really getting lost in the movement and noticing, how does this feel? How can you move and how can you breathe to create more space through your belly, through your low back, through your shoulders? From here, coming back to center, and the last movement, we're just going to kind of reach our hips back and then come forward. Reach our hips back and come forward. So my belly's quite big now, so I have to take my knees a little bit wider than usual, and I can't quite go all the way back anymore. So again, notice the movement through the wrists, through the shoulders. As you come back, you'll feel a little stretch through your entire spine, and it should feel really nice. How does this movement feel through the hips, the knees, your toes? You can tuck them if you'd like to stretch through the arches of your feet. Good, and then coming back to center. From here, you're going to take your right foot just to the outside of your mat. And you want to have enough space so that there's space for belly. From here, you're going to come high onto your fingertips and just slide your back knee a little further back. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked. And then from here, you're just going to lower the hips, reach the heart forward, lift your chin. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck the chin, round into the upper back, lift the hips up a little. So these are cat and cow movements, but in a low lunge stance. So typically cat and cow is done on all fours, and that is an amazing low back releaser. And this is essentially the same thing, but we're including a little bit of a hip stretch here. So I'll take 2 more. And 1 more. Good, and then from here, you're going to keep your left hand down onto the floor. You're going to start to bring that right hand on towards your right knee. Keep the spine nice and long. So again, we're not crunching down like this and compressing our shoulders and our neck. We're creating lots of space. And from here, with that long spine, we're going to take a nice little twist over towards your right side. So you should feel a nice stretch through the front of the left hip. You're going to feel a gentle twist happening through your spine. Now, option to stay exactly where you are, or if you'd like to take the stretch through the front of your left thigh, your left quadricep a little bit more, you can start to bend into that knee. If it's available, maybe the right hand can find the foot. But again, just keeping space for your baby and keeping space in the belly by not twisting too much from the belly. Try twisting a little bit more from the upper back. Good, and breathing here. How can you breathe space into that left hip? How can you breathe space into the front of the left thigh? How can you breathe space into that right shoulder? Good, from here, come back through center. And then from here, we're just going to shimmy it out. Just shake it forward and back, forward and back. Good. And then from here, you're going to start to straighten through your front leg. Now here is where some blocks could be handy, or cans or water bottles. Like, you don't have to have yoga blocks. You can be really creative with this. So we're going to start to stretch through that right hamstring. And you're going to start to straighten through the right leg. Depending on how you're feeling in this moment, maybe the knee's a little bit bent, maybe the leg's completely straight. Hands can be on those water bottles or cans or whatever it is, or hands can be on the floor. So again, notice my spine, it's nice and long. I'm not like rounding or doing any collapsing. I'm keeping it nice and long, and I'm breathing space into this right hamstring. Okay, just take a moment here just to notice. Notice any sensations. And then from here, you can play around with flexing those toes back towards your shin, or you can point the toes. Flexing them or pointing them. Okay, from here, we're just going to shimmy forward and back again. And then you're just going to bring that right foot a little bit closer. You're going to tuck the back toes, and we're slowly going to come up into a low lunge. Good. Now from this low lunge, just take a moment to notice you're going to feel a little stretch through the front of that left hip. From here, with those toes at your back, with your left toes tucked, you're going to press yourself up into a high lunge. Arms can either come up, hands can come onto your hips, whatever feels good. You're going to feel this stretch right in the front of that left hip. From here, you're going to straighten the front leg. That stretch is going to dissipate a little bit, and then you're going to bend back in. You're going to feel the stretch again. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. So both legs are nice and strong, making sure to keep this leg really engaged. One more. Straighten and bend. Good. From here, we're going to open up into a warrior 2 stance. So the front foot, that heel intersects the middle of your back arch. You're bending nice and deep, and when you look down, you can see your big and second toe. From here, you're just going to reach the arms out. And then from here, we're going to windmill forward. Windmill back. Good. So your legs are really, really strong. Your toes are light, but your entire foot, everything else about your foot is rooted down. Your legs are engaged, your thighs are strong, your butt's engaged, and you're just windmilling the arms forward and back, as well as your torso. So what you should also notice and feel is your spine moving side to side. So just take a moment to notice that. So we're building strength in the legs, in the glutes, quads, stability in the feet, stability through the hips. And we're moving through the spine. Good. We're going to go one more and pause here. Take that top hand behind your head for some support. Straighten through your front leg. Take a nice big stretch, just feeling it through the right side of your body. And then from here, come back to center. And you're going to change your feet so that both of them turn outwards. And you're going to bend into your knees and come into like a sumo squat. Okay. And then from here, just shaking it side to side. Just feeling the movement through the hips. Good. And then hands are going to come inside. And arms are straight. Again, we're not dipping and crunching our shoulders towards our ears. There's tons of space. Okay. And then we're going to dip that right shoulder in. And you're going to feel a gentle stretch through that right shoulder, a gentle twist in your upper back, and a stretch through that right inner thigh. Okay. You're going to come back to center and we'll go to the other side. So again, there's lots of space in your neck. We're not crunching down. We're creating space. Twisting just in the upper back. And creating space in that left side. Okay, come back to center. Then from here, we're going to press it up. And bring it down. We're going to press it up. And bring it down. We're going to press it up. Bring it down. We're going to create strong glutes. So feet are rooted. When you come up, you're squeezing your butt cheeks together. So as we build strength and stability through our hips and our glutes, we also help bring some stability through our low back. Sheldon's just sitting there across from me. Okay, we're going to go 5 more. So again, feet are rooted, legs are strong. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Reach up. Hi, Katie. 3 more, I lost count. 2, don't forget to squeeze. And 1. Good. Bring it down. Up. 1 more. And then from here, we're just going to turn around. Come all the way back down onto all 4s. And we're going to do all of those movements on the left side. So this time, left foot comes forward. Slide your back knee further back. Toes can be tucked or untucked. On your fingertips or on your palms or on your fists. Let's start with those cat-cows. So inhaling, heart reaches up, chin lifts up. And exhale, round. Feeling the space through the front of that right hip. Feeling the release through your spine. Feeling into your breath. 2 more. Last one. And from here, taking that twist. So right hand stays down, left hand to the left knee, long through the spine, and taking that twist from your upper back. And feeling the stretch through the front of your right hip. That twist in the upper back, soften through the shoulders. Again, lots of space through the neck. You can stay here or start to bend into that knee. Feel that quadricep stretch. Maybe left hand finds the outside of your left or right foot. And just breathing space. From here, slowly come back. We're just gonna shake it out, going forward and back, forward and back. Okay, taking the front foot a little bit closer. Coming into the half split, so just stretching that left hamstring. So again, you can use your water bottles or just hands onto your mat. Knee can be a little bit soft if it needs to be. And just making sure the leg is far enough out to give your belly enough space. And then from here again, long back, we're not collapsing in any way. We've got a long back, heart reaching forward, breathing space. From here, we're slowly going to come back. Walk the back knee underneath your hip and come up into that low lunge. Tuck your back toes. And as you kind of grow really tall from your spine, you're going to feel that stretch through the front of your right hip. From here, you're going to press all the way up. So we're coming into that high lunge. So you're going to feel a nice deep stretch through the front of that right hip. Draw this left hip back just to square your hips. From here, straighten through the front leg. And exhale, melt. So keeping this leg, this quad nice and strong, straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. We'll take two more. Straighten. And bend. One more. And bend. And then from here, we're going to open up into that warrior two. So again, the front heel intersects the middle of your back arch. You're pressing into your pinky edge side of your foot. This leg is nice and strong. This leg is also nice and strong. You can see your big and second toe. Glutes are engaged. Arms are out. And then from here, we're going to windmill forward. And windmill back. Windmill forward. Legs are engaged. Glutes are engaged. Windmill back. And just notice and feel that really incredible stretch through the sides of your body. We'll take two more. And one more. And from here, that hand comes behind your head for some support. Straighten through that front leg. Reach the elbow up. And just feel that nice stretch. Now, if at any point any of these movements do not feel stable for you or do not feel good, please take it easy and just come out of it. Do a little bit less. Good. From here, we're going to open up into that squat. So I'm completely facing behind. I'm just going to move so you can see me. Okay. And then shaking it out. And then from here, we're just going to press up to standing. If you're wanting more squatting, you can do more of those if you would like. But that was just a little idea of what I do that's been really helping me through my pregnancy. So I hope that that helped you. It is a little bit more, what would I say, a little bit more involved than the other videos that I filmed. Yeah, just some days you just feel like working a little more, but some days you just want to stretch and relax. So I hope that that helped. If you are on Instagram, find me there, say hello, and I look forward to connecting with you mamas and following you on your journey as well. So until next time, we'll see you. Thank you so much for watching. And take care of yourselves, mamas. Bye.